Hey Zach, what up?
Mm,
Mm?
mm,
Mm.
mm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi. Nice name.
Appear.in has now been redeemed. All of its negative points. Because you can make your name infinitely long.
Wow.
Yeah, but we can't see all of it though.
But you can make your name infinitely long.
Wow. That's great.
So long.
But you don't know infinitely. Definitely not infinitely.
Nick, shut up.
That's my name now. Everyone should make that.
That's hilarious. That's pretty fucking funny. That means there's a room called that now, right?
Oh?
Oh. That's interesting. I've said it's interesting that I've said it's interesting probably like an interesting number of times. What a fucking man. I'm all emotional, y'all,
Why?
because I got along with Steve.
Was it that thing in the car?
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't really understand what it was about.
Okay, so me and my aunt have been going through a rough patch not a rough patch. Their marriage is ending. And it should have died a long time ago. And I liked Steve when I first came there. I still do. But I was told he has this other side to him. And he's fucking sneaky and possibly embezzled money from the company. And sometimes is ridiculous. And I haven't really seen him do it like he did today. Although she said that all the time. I didn't believe anything she said about him at first. Slowly but surely, kind of like it seemed like it was everything she said but worse. But I still like the guy. I mean, we genuinely, I love the dude. They love each other. It's weird, but right. He did some shit that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And the car thing happened. And then he started going crazy when we got here. That's why I'm That's why I have a pistol and everything. Casey does, it's a fool. He tries to get guns, but he's violent or anything. I never thought it would, but.
Has he
And-
been violent?
And he tried to get her to kick him out so he can make her look like a bad guy. What'd you say, Susanna?
If he has been violent?
Is he violent?
Hmm.
No.
Okay.
Not at all. He's timid. He's an ESFP. They are a test-kilo bunch. They're hella temptation, that's for sure. I do like them. That's the thing that is conflicting. That I like being, but there's a lot to it. Zach, you gotta. That's.
Derp, derp,
Derp-derp-derp,
derp, derp.
derp-derp-derp.
Mana, mana.
Lemonade. Zach, have you heard Susanna talk in her native tongue?
No.
Is
Is
that
that
what you
it?
need to go to sleep?
Yes. If you
Some ASMR.
just talk about the rest of it, it'll be fine. Ask her to say something funny. Oh, Susanna, read his thing. In your native tongue. Pretty please.
Sakatak gjør hva han vil fordi at han er ikke i ISFP, men han egentlig så er han en lovlig retardert ENTP. Jeg kan ikke tro... Ja, jeg tror ikke på at du kan finne på et bedre navn enn det her. Jeg forventer ikke det. Oi. Det her må seriøst stoppe en eller annen gang. Hvor langt kan det gå? Hva skjer når det kommer til bunnen? And I can't read the rest.
Come up here. What was the last one you said?
Hva skjer når det kommer til bunnen?
Oh, so cool.
Is there like different sounds you like or something?
Yeah, it's just soothing. It's I like how quickly it seems, how fast it seems, how varied it is, like the tone, and then you can tell it's your native tongue. Like you can tell how much, like you speak English really well, but it sounds like you speak that like, whoa. Like I bet you're an articulate Norwegian.
I must be.
Yeah.
Because I speak a different way than the people who live here do. So if I'm not articulate, they will not be able to understand me.
Yeah, you got math skills.
Like in general, people have one or two choices. Speak more like the people around you, or be more articulate, so they will understand what you're saying. And a lot of people, they just change it.
Can you explain to me? You've kind of touched on it before, but can you explain to me the differences again? Like why it is? Like why do you have to? Okay, so
Some of the differences are where I'm from, we cut out a few words from the sentences. We cut off endings, different order of words, slight different meanings in a few instances of a sentence,
Whoa.
and like regional words.
Yeah. And how far is it? Your hometown or what have you? How far is it from where you are now?
Like 830 miles or something.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Wow. Is that where your parents live?
Yeah, my parents and 2 brothers and the rest of the family.
How often do you hang out with? How often do you see them?
Once or twice a year.
Really? You talk to them a lot?
No,
No. So, how long have you moved in this place? How long have you lived this place?
11 years.
11.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's about as long as you've been with your boyfriend, right?
Yeah, it was like 4 months or something from I moved until me and him got together.
Wow,
Little less maybe.
that's cool. How'd you meet him?
How I got to know him originally was online. Actually, we were playing the same online game.
No way.
So we had playing that game together for like 2 years or something before we actually met.
Wow, that's cool. So y'all were tight before you even met. Did you like him before you met him?
Yeah, but not in that way.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know him that well. We were just doing stuff in the game together, you know?
Had you ever seen him before?
No.
Oh. So were you attracted to him like right away?
No, not really.
No? Huh.
I liked him, but I wasn't in love with him at the first
No. I
sight.
mean attracted to him like physically attracted to him. Like that he was good looking. What have you?
He was alright. But it wasn't it wasn't like, oh my god, he's so hot. Not at all.
Right. That's cool.
And I don't know how much you've seen of Eric, how he has simplified his life. Like throwing away dishes he's not using and cups he's not using. It's just throwing everything in the trash so he only has what he needs, right?
That's how you're.
That was the state I found my ENTP in. He had like no stuff whatsoever, almost always empty refrigerator.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a state I can easily be found in. I've been in that state many a times. Either having to admit how utterly hopeless I can be sometimes.
With your bottles and your clothes all over.
Yeah. You saw that, huh?
Mm-hmm. You showed it to us.
Yeah.
There was only a couple of people in here.
Of course I did. Damn it. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, my car. It shows you my car floor.
It's full of shit.
Yeah. It's not nearly as bad as my bedroom, though. What you think about Susie?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
I was thinking you would start disliking me when you learn the truth about how I don't really like Courtney at all.
No. Nope. She's getting on my nerves.
Courtney is?
Yeah. Plus, you're one of my faves. Jewel's my absolute favorite, but that's
Yeah,
just,
she's so sweet.
I'm honestly, I would totally marry a girl just like Jewel if I found her. I mean, she's become the prototype of Mrs. Nick for this too. She lets me slide with a lot of stuff.
Like what?
Like when I tell her I love her.
Did she get all red?
She was on cam.
Oh.
She is sweet, isn't she?
She is. I like her.
Yeah,
Everyone likes her.
I know. I like her most though, so everybody else can back off.
That one is yours.
Yep.
If she becomes single. She isn't single, isn't she? Is she? No.
No.
So you like want a super sweet woman who can have kids and keep the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. I want Jewel. I don't know. She's married. That's gonna sound terrible. That's why I want Joan or Jewel's clone. Which is why if you ever hear me talk about Jewel 3, something like that, or Jewel number 3.
Yeah, I've heard it mentioned.
Yeah.
Jewel 3. What's that about?
That's her second clone said no. Her third clone's in love with me. Yeah.
You had to try a couple of times first.
Yep. I mean, she kind of helped me work out the framework. Apparently, Jewel 3 is a parallel dimension. But hell no. You're my ninja. My nigga.
You're ninja.
You're my nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
Big
That's
tail for that.
That's a term of endearment. Like my
Yeah.
friend. Talking about my best friend.
That's cute.
Yeah. So no. I mean, she's bringing this on to herself at this point, and she was annoying the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, I think I sent you one of the things she wrote to me.
The screenshot.
Oh yeah, that maybe I did.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Is this really her?" And
Yeah,
I sent that to her. I was like, "Did you fucking do this?" And then she lied to me and said, "No, she didn't." And somebody posed as her, but then I found out she was lying something else about deleting the videos. And then I was like, and then I defended her again, but I have no defending left.
good. Like the unlisting of 300 videos, that wasn't even brought up.
Yeah.
And that blankie thing, she's been pulling that for weeks. That was just the worst one, sort of.
Yeah. Well, I have to, I mean, it sucks when you back somebody that then you have to be like, oh man, I shouldn't have done this. But, uh, I didn't mind defending her when it was Eric Taylor stuff because they were being awful in return. But
Yeah, but you know, she lied about a lot of it.
yeah, so that's why. Yeah. Okay.
And did you see the recording from the host Eric room?
Maybe not. Well, tell me about it. Did you send it to me?
No, and I've made it private, but I can tell you in short terms what happened. Eric wasn't there, and I could see she was knocking on the room's door, right? So I went in there to let her in, just to see what happened if it was just me and her.
Dang, you're gangster.
And of course I recorded it. And she started right off by serving me some lies about Taylor, and I was just asking her questions, so she kept talking, and it was all lies, of course. And a while, not that long after Taylor was onto it, that she had entered there, he probably also got notification. So shortly after, he came in and talked through it with her in a calm way. That's maybe the time he was least nasty to her. And kind of just let her contradict herself, you know?
Yeah.
And I was waiting to see if she was going to say something to me, but she didn't want to address me. So at one point I asked her, what have I done to you, or something like that. And then she started telling about how I said this and this and this and this and this. And I was like, that person said that. That wasn't me. That person said this. That was also not me. And yes, I've called your choices stupid. However, you have yourself used the excuse that you were acting irrational, and when you call it irrational, how is it wrong of me to call those choices stupid?
Damn.
And her response to that was, I don't want to talk to you anymore. All she had to say. You see? I wasn't even mean to her. I kind of gave her every chance.
Well, you did.
Same with Taylor. Also in that room, he was completely calm with her and gave her every chance to do something different. And yet she kept lying. Decided to keep lying. And made up new lies. Like every time she tells a story, it's a new lie, like contradicting something she has said before.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting how the whole room can be for her, and like nothing Taylor or Eric says really sways anybody a whole lot, but then she can be the one that fucks it all up. I mean, that's what happened.
Yeah, and it's true what Eric said. He said that she had tried to turn him against me. She did try that.
Well, it's not possible.
That's the thing. She didn't get very far with that one.
Yeah, that's not possible. And how dare you think it could happen to me?
What do you mean that she could turn you against Eric. What do you mean?
I don't know. My back hurts so bad.
Damn, broken ribs. I mean, I don't know what else is.
But Eric did make a good point tonight about how she tries to put others up against each other,
Oh yeah,
which is,
Yeah,
which
she
is
does.
true.
She learned it from me. Well, not. I don't do it in the way that she does. What I did do during conflict was talk to people one-on-one. That helped, but it worked on me for her at first. But now I can't feel sorry for her because she didn't even listen to my advice.
I know, you tried so hard.
Yeah. I didn't want to. Neptune
Like,
did too. So did Janelle. I think quite a few people did. I mean, not as hard as I did. But I mean, and a lot of it towards the end, especially like yesterday, I just wanted to openly rebel against Taylor claiming his dictatorship.
however, it wasn't his dictatorship who made it happen. He was just the one who went in front trying to do the deed or something.
Yeah, but he was claiming like supreme leader along with Eric, but more so him, supreme leader of TWFP. So when I hear that, I say fuck you, even though I love him to death.
Yeah, you weren't there today or yesterday for when there was like the final wrap up where Neptune was convinced and she was also convinced. And the point Eric made was, and Taylor
Who
actually
was?
also,
Who was? They were convinced. She and Neptune were convinced of what?
they were against it until some things were said. There is a video on it. The point was that
Oh wow.
the least negative way for Courtney's sake was to leave some secrets left behind, like the text messages. He hadn't shown those to Katie. He hadn't told me about it. He hadn't told Eric about it, exactly what happened. But then Neptune made a point out of, maybe you should reveal the truths to make the others understand. And then Katie read the text messages and Katie got involved.
And then I saw the rest of that.
Yeah, and also the thing about Courtney bothering me as a blankie, I think you and Eric are the only ones who knew about that part also, because I'm not the one who goes around and complains about every single little thing, you know?
Yeah.
So there was just a pile of shit.
Yeah.
So
There was.
just locking her out would have been actually very nice to her. She would have gotten out of it then much more clean.
It's true. It's very true. Well,
Like, that's the whole narrative. The video was down. She could have stopped shouting about it.
at first I was like, kind of feeling like, shit, did I help someone who ought not have been helped? But then I was thinking, but I mean, I had to be proven that. And I think her wrongness piled up more and more and more and more. Like, she didn't start off in the complete wrong. She just dug herself deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yep.
I wonder why did she start talking shit to you, though?
Because I laughed in her face when she tried to insult me the first time.
That's it? That was an amazing laugh, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that video again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Freaking
It's a
remind
good
me.
one.
It's
But
so good.
Up until that point, I had no problems with her. But after that, she started her little thing against me or something. Well, she had done it before, a while back, but I just disregarded it as bullshit. But she got aggressive after that.
Huh.
Like that shit you saw.
Wow. Yeah, it was super aggressive. It's fucked up.
Like, I was annoyed with her, but I wouldn't have bothered with her if she didn't try something.
Yeah, I mean, like, I honestly thought that maybe somebody was posing as her when she sent you the message that you sent me. But if that was really her, oh my god,
There was more after that.
that's fucked up.
But what happened after that was an argument with Taylor. Taylor came into the room and it kind of went different directions, but it was clearly her.
Yeah.
So now you know why
You fool.
you feel like a fool.
Yeah.
What happened? Courtney made a fool of Nick.
Somewhat.
In what way?
Yeah.
But I never fully backed her. I did in the beginning. Past the videos, though, it was like equal as everybody else, I think.
What did she say about you that made you feel like a fool?
Not me. It's just the way she treated Susie. I think she said it's Susie.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
she
Nick
she-
also has a part of narrative that I haven't shared with everyone.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that. Although the text messages, she did tell me she was going to do that.
She did.
Yeah, that she was going to. Or she said, I tested my theory with Taylor, and I didn't think anything of it. Again,
What theory was that?
huh?
What theory was that?
That Taylor had pent up sexual aggression towards her, and that's why he was.
That's just some shit she's saying, you know.
But I mean, it motivated the text messages.
Yeah, I don't know how true. I think there's some truth to it. She's the one that came up with that theory. Long time ago, months ago. He did, as in Janelle. And then I started looking at it. I was like, wow, they do have some sexual frustration, both of them, towards each other.
I don't really see that. I see it more of like a Taylor sees a certain like displays of character that remind him of his ex-wife that really trigger a certain area in him. That's like, this is a dangerous person, and then he does the splitting thing where someone's all good or all evil.
No.
Oh.
Taylor did actively try to let Courtney get away with it for a long time. You might not believe it, but that's the truth. There were conversations about it I heard where we talked about it. He didn't want this shit to blow up. He actually tried to stop it early in the process. Courtney says differently, but she's a fucking liar.
Honestly, she kind of dug a grave for herself. Like,
That's what I was saying.
she made it like way fucking deeper than it needed to be. She could have just like, she could have gotten away with. Even when she came back in, like she kept like digging an even deeper grave, even though it was the shallowest it will ever be. And I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
She really doesn't know how to deal with people in that
Yep.
way.
I feel the same way as you.
Well, I mean, because me and you both see like the positive and negatives of Courtney. I think probably the most objectively, even though other people have more information to go off of, so that's a big statement. But like we've mostly gotten the positives and then seen all the damage she's done on top of that. So
Yep. You and I were the first one to say. I mean, we both said the same thing after watching the video. The first video about going to see her. Her coming to see him.
oh right, yeah.
I mean, we both expected this. The
Yeah.
initial. That's what made me want to defend her initially. Was I understood her reaction initially.
I 100% got it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that all sprung from that one conversation. That's really ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Can you believe that? That one conversation about Eric asking her to come sleep with him.
That's some blowback for you.
Really strange.
And I think we were like, I was.
Oh,
like,
and
good thing
and
that
there
was Courtney that happened to. Anybody else, they would not have been able to take that. And then, boom! Look what happened.
another thing that wasn't uploaded to the channel, he recorded a video where he showed us the Facebook messages they have had back and forth. He made it, and several people saw it, but he never uploaded it. I think he changed his mind. To put it this way, she's not exactly innocent.
I know. I know she's.
I mean, like I even said in my argument with Taylor that someone deleting videos from a channel. Like if I was the owner of TWFP, I would have been like, okay, bye, like forever. You know, like that's enough, honestly, for me to not let someone back in. But I was gonna like try to defend her anyways, even though I already, because Eric kind of let that one go. So I'm like, okay, well now it's fair grounds to argue for her because he's over it. But
Honestly, I heard other people arguing for her, and I was like, okay, this is still up for grabs, huh? I can feel like I want to weigh in on this. Because my thing, that was my only argument was going to be for Taylor. Was listen, either you don't let her back in, and you got a couple, everybody in this room, it seems like, is going to be holding it against you, which sucks for you, or let her back in and prove what you think is going to happen is going to happen. And then you could just say, big fat, I told you so. And guess what he gets to do? A big fat, I told you so. And I didn't even get to make my argument then, which sucks. Because I would have liked been able to say, I told you so on Taylor's, I told you so.
yeah, they could have totally just had it as like a last straw thing. Like if you do this, anything that gives us a reason to boot you forever, and you know. But or I even said like have her like bribe her, just make her like pay the Patreon fee and then let her back in. I think that would have been funny.
No, because they would be like, oh, she has paid to be here. Fuck that.
I mean, but they should have the disclaimer. Like
At your own
if
risk.
basically, like if you do anything that makes me feel like I can believe you or ban you, then
She was actually treated much better than Osiris.
Well,
That's ironic.
she She has a lot of history, and that does count for some.
It got like worse and worse, which was kind of strange. Like it didn't start off like for a while she was fine, really no drama with her, and then there was suddenly the waves got bigger and bigger, which was interesting to see. I don't know what's going on with her, but
That's what ESFP does do for fun.
What?
Make social stuff happen. Stirring the pot a bit.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if ESFPs were the predominant type on reality shows, to be honest.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised either.
There were a couple of comments of people writing, is talking with famous people becoming a reality show now? For this
Sure.
drama thing.
It goes in and out of those territories, honestly.
What are you looking at?
It definitely does. Does seem like a reality show.
At its best, it's like an intellectual debate stomping ground. And at its worst, it's a reality show.
People yelling at each other.
Yeah. What's really interesting, though, is Eric's groundedness and composure in arguments that's changed since I've come in. Like, he's really gotten so much better at the FE stuff, and he doesn't even really have to do that. You know, he always has the best argument, usually. But,
I trained him well.
Well, he has a lot of helpers.
Do you remember back when I was very active in training his FE?
I remember every single argument, and that being the thing that you're pointing out, that he's just utterly failing at for no reason at all, really. But for some reason he neglected it for a while. I don't know. Like, maybe he got enough response from people in general, not just you know?
I know.
But, like, he's kind of in his head probably like, yeah, this isn't anything.
I know. I want to take credit for something around here. I always reach, okay?
I'm not telling you that you don't deserve any of the credit. I think you deserve the majority of the credit for being that figure all the time, you know? You're the only consistent one who not only logically breaks it down, but does it in an FE way. And I think he realizes the effectiveness of it.
That was really sweet.
I mean, Suzanne is so stoic that she also does that in a way.
Sorry, I was listening to something else for a second. What do I do?
You FE deliver things, but your TI is so sharp that the FE is sort of like ambivalent, you know?
Disappears in the mix or something.
It doesn't go away. It's like you're so calm that nobody can really interpret it in a negative way, you know? It's really just words because you're so flat in your tone and facial expression that anything they project onto you is just that. It's projection.
Yeah.
You know?
But have you heard her speak her native tongue?
No, I haven't. Maybe it's a Loki once or twice, but it's always joking around.
Can you just read us a newspaper or something, Suzanne?
You like that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Read my name.
Sack. Sack.
You missed a couple backs.
Nej, jag kan ju bara säga några grejer. Sant.
let's go search some Norwegian websites.
Og altså, du skal finne noe jeg skal lese til deg. Det er artig å se trynet ditt når jeg sier sånn her.
I don't know why it sounds so cool.
No, I know what. You speak to me and I reply in Norwegian.
Okay. So,
How many people have you killed?
Ganske mange.
that was a number?